Lots of Jacksonville employees are not only worried about losing their jobs right now, but possibly losing their pension as well. These concerns stem from the possible sale of JEA, something that we learned is equally shocking to many city council members. Our Shelby Danielson has this story with an emotional situation involved.
Well, today, employees from JEA, union members, and JEA customers from around the community flooded City Hall. They actually had to move the location into the larger chamber to accommodate everyone. It was really a packed house as City Council listened to their concerns and they discussed the uncertain future of JEA here in Jacksonville. From being on the front lines after two major hurricanes at home and in Puerto Rico to being on the front lines of a major debate in City Hall.
I have missed my kids' birthdays, Christmas, holidays to be here. We deserve to know what's going on.
Kenneth Presley has been a loyal JEA employee for 2 decades. Now his future is uncertain.
We work hard. These guys work hard for this community.
Pictured here with the power line crew he oversees, he says they're like a family, especially with the long hours they work days on end.
If they're sold, the company that buys it may not keep us, and we're going to lose our pension.
For that reason, he and at least 50 others showed up at this meeting called by council members.
I own a part of JEA because I am a voting member of this county. Everybody here who is a voting member owns JEA. How a certain few can decide to sell our assets, I just don't understand.
Council members made it clear there's a lack of information of this mystery sale, leaving them in the dark with how it even became a possibility.
The lack of detail, and I understand the reason for the lack of detail, but sometimes that's the worst approach.
But it all came about when former board member Tom Petway made the request for an internal evaluation of JEA's benefit to the community versus a private company. The evaluation was conducted after he left. Shortly after, a retention letter was sent out to some JEA leadership employees mentioning a possible termination. After it came to the surface, that letter was quickly rescinded, along with the offer. The question of the sale revolves around JEA, a city-owned utility company, possibly being sold to a private investor. Here are some of the differences. City-owned utility companies allow for more control and oversight. They are nonprofit and contribute millions back into the city. Historically, customer rates are less expensive with city-owned utility companies.
And I foresee in the future, the rates going up. There's a sense of panic and uncertainty at the moment.
And that internal investigation requested to see JEA's impact on the community versus a private investor is still ongoing, and it could take several months. At JEA downtown, Shelby Danielson, First Coast News on your side.